Hey, thank y'all so much for tuning in on this week's episode. Some vacation spots on for everybody.
And guess what? Church members. That's what I got for y'all.
Mindset matters. Mindset matters when it comes to us black folks and the next obstacle we're willing to challenge. Let's talk about mindset matters in all things.
And thanks to the view, let's start the show.
Boom.
ShopTalk NC, where we celebrate everyday life with everyday people. Make sure your phone's on silent so none of you guys interrupt us.
Don't.
None of your plethora of suitors.
Can a plethora take me serious and propose to me?
You want a plethora of motherfuckers proposing to you?
No, I just want one to be serious. That's what I want. I mean, I get on the show every week and talk about being single, and don't nobody come my way.
You like you rich and single. You not like broken single. That's different.
I mean,
Plus, you want to attract what you're supposed to.
Right, but I thought I had attracted what I was supposed to, but he didn't want me.
There's always choices.
But it's like I always compare to that.
It's the enable cast. I can see right now.
I'm a female.
No, he didn't.
I'm gonna have to be the voice of ball sack in here. That's cool. The cameras is on.
Whatever.
We are recording. Hey man, time to go.
I'm excited. I have a female and she's my girl. I gotta specify not my girl like that.
Yeah, because Lowe has made it very clear. You know what I mean?
Yes, and I love her. It doesn't matter what she's made clear or not. This is my
egging
girl.
it on. Just gonna egg it on. Oh, this is gonna be a good hour.
You just don't like it because you ain't got Mac here to gang up on me today.
I never gang up on you. I just speak my point. You speak your point. Then we move on. Nah, don't get to talking that fly shit now because you got enough females in here. No,
I've got your back.
Nope. Lo be saying some of the same stuff we be saying. I don't know what she talking about.
I got another female in the shop today, baby.
Well, I have been told that I have a lot of testosterone. I mean, I am a female, but I'm going to tell you what. I'm hard to handle. But, if you want less, just go look for
less.
It. That's right.
Listen
That's
at Tia.
why intimidating.
Listen at Tia and Tamara.
I
know. If y'all think y'all about to do this the whole episode, I got a sad ass realization.
No, we won't.
It's not happening.
It just might. It's the women's.
But guess what, though, ladies?
What's up?
And just like that, welcome back to another episode of Shop Talk NC. It's your man 58 South in the building, and man, look. It's estrogen runneth over in this thing.
Runneth.
What's going on, ladies? Please introduce yourselves.
It's your girl C-Lowe.
Hello, and it's Phoenix Banu. Thank you for having me today.
Absolutely.
I would just like to stop and tell everybody that Phoenix is my homie, my girl, my mentor, the person I look up to. You always got to have that person in your circle. I talk about my circle every week. So y'all should feel special because I'm letting y'all into the person that's in my circle that is above me. Okay, so
I feel like we have taken this
today.
journey together, so there is nothing above or below that we haven't been through together. And just thank you for having me.
So in other words, all that shit C-Lowe be saying, blame her.
Maybe a little bit. Might find a reference point.
I'm just saying.
That's what's up, ladies. How was your week? We've been gone 2 weeks now.
We have been.
Everybody's been in separate places doing their own thing. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homie B Mack.
That's
of
what
course.
we gotta do.
First and foremost,
Feel
shout out to B
better.
Mack. He's handling some personal things right now, so we wish him all the best. Can't wait for you to get back, partner.
I always do the mushy stuff. He always does the
regular stuff.
Regular,
yeah, I do the regular.
blah, blah,
Yeah, I do the regular stuff. Yeah.
Be back, Mac. I love you. I miss you. Okay, that was it. I'm having a great
Wish
week.
I was here with you. Hopefully I can be here
I
with
guess
you.
next time it'll be all for.
We are. Oh, okay. Sorry.
I love that song. That's Sister Sledge, first of all. I will bring the memories and the reminiscence. I'm just saying.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Yeah. Ladies, how was your week? Well, matter of fact, start off with your 4th of July. Did y'all celebrate 4th of July at all?
What?
Okay. All
That's
right.
not-
Got my
that's
answer.
not- I celebrated for the day off. That is all it is to me.
Did you
Courtney?
grill? Did you grill out?
Absolutely.
No, actually, I made a special dinner though, but it wasn't a grill out. I just made these chicken fritters.
Ah,
They
you
were
cooked
really,
chicken
really
on
good.
4th of July. You cooked chicken.
It was in the house though. It wasn't on a grill.
House chicken.
House
All right.
chicken. There you go.
House chicken. Shout out Chicken George. Low.
I didn't celebrate the 4th. I just really chilled at home.
Boom.
You and Junior.
Me and Junior just chilled out, you know.
Shout out to Junior.
Shout out to Junior. That's my doggy.
Man, Junior out here getting all kind of puppy pussy.
We love Junior.
Junior keep running his ass away.
Because he's getting puppy pussy.
He better tame that ass back at home, or
Hey.
I put that electrocute on his ass.
No, you're supposed to handle that in the beginning. He wouldn't be running away.
Well,
I
you
did the
know.
same thing though.
I know.
I didn't want to take away their experiences.
Thank you. Exactly. Man got puppy balls. Let him use them. You know what I'm saying? Let him use them, man.
He is not getting ready to be out here in these streets.
Junior gonna be a whole puppy daddy. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Look,
ain't
as long
raising
as
no
he's
grand
coming back
puppies.
and he's safe, I say,
But it be
freedom
taking
is
me
the
through
bomb.
anxiety when he be leaving. Like, I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, watching my cameras, making sure when he got to cut. Like, I can't do
Now,
that
you
no
know I
more.
know about that. Nima used to run away all the time and look at me through the fence like, and I'm not coming back.
Yeah, I can't do it.
It's gonna be a mutt with a bunch
Yeah.
of different patches on it with Junior face running around, and you're gonna be like, damn, that's one of his.
Everybody got curly hair in the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
exactly. A hound dog with curly hair and shit.
You leave my baby alone. Leave him alone.
A blue hound with curly hair.
Leave him
Oh.
alone.
A blue hound.
Yeah, one of them
Oh,
hunting
you funny.
dogs.
Yes,
But,
a blue tick. Yes.
You know they're known for leaving their dogs in like
They are.
wooded areas and all that.
They
stuff. Yeah, that's where
are.
Junior keep running to.
Uncle had a ton of hunting dogs.
Yeah, man. When he got one of them old fast ass hunting
Shut
dogs.
up. Don't talk about Junior. I don't
He
like
hunting
it.
all right.
I don't like it. I don't like
Look,
it.
he is hunting.
Yeah, I was in Wilmington for work for the 4th of July. So I didn't do anything on the 4th itself. The days leading up to, I got a cousin down there, so he came and picked me up. So we kicked it, and I got to see Wilmington like far as the nightlife goes, and that's not the place for me.
Why?
It's
I
not
could
the
have
place for
told
me.
you.
Cause I'm a single man. Wilmington is more of a place for retirees, and if you're born there, cool, I get it. But it's not a spot for single people. You know what I mean? Everything closes rather early,
Yes.
as you know, compared to Greensboro. Because in Greensboro, Monday through Sunday, you can find something to do. I mean, even if the stores and stuff are closed, you can at least hit up. We all know the
Downtown,
people
yep.
you can hit up to, go chill out after hours. There was none of that in Wilmington, and I wasn't gonna look for any of that, even if it was there. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Kickback Jack, spent a lot of time in there.
All right. Kickback Jacks is
Jacks
also
is
in Battleground.
Kickback Jackson Wilmington was my spot though. Me and my ex used to go there. That's where he is from. So we used to go there often. And Kickback Jackson was our spot, yo. I ain't gonna get into all the extras of it, but Kickback Jackson is litty. Hey, Kickback Jacks.
I mean, I was just gonna shout him out. I wasn't gonna do no free promotion for him. You know what I mean? The way
I
they
know.
charged me
Well,
for
hey,
my
the
damn
people
Not
like
free.
Kickback Jacks,
yeah, my drinks wasn't free, so
I
the
say
promotion ain't
that.
either.
Agreed.
Well, since we talking about your exes and your Kickback Jackson, so
Leave it at the altar. That's where we want to go. That's what we want to do. We want to leave stuff at the altar. Is that where we want to go?
as I recall on the last episode,
We want to leave stuff at the altar. Is
As-
that what we want to do?
Thank you so much to Reverend and Sister Keith and Linda Wooten. I had an opportunity to DJ their pastoral anniversary last night in Pittsburgh, North Carolina. Thank y'all so much.
Shabbat.
What?
Hallelujah.
Shabbat.
I love when she starts riffing like that personally.
I was just, you said they passed her anniversary. I was giving some gospel like the background while you talk.
She was very
That's what I was
sincere.
doing.
I
Yeah.
don't
Sounds
want to
sincere
love
to me.
nobody but you.
Ayy.
See,
I
just stop.
don't love nobody
Cut it
but
off.
you.
Cut it off.
Love
Cut it off.
nobody but you.
Cut it off.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Low, how was your date?
It's just my shoulder.
I would like to leave at the altar.
That's two things that she's left at the altar, and I need details. You know, I don't do that reading
your
between
date
the
with,
lines.
with
Yeah,
FR?
how was it?
So we're just not gonna go to the altar.
What you
so
mean?
We're not doing right now.
That's what I left at the altar. Wilmington not being a
You
spot
ask
for.
anybody else if they had stuff to leave at the altar.
Oh, my bad.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Phoenix.
Well, you know, the last couple of weeks has been a little bit stressful with the job. You know, I'm in real estate and rates went up, so people are flexing.
Thanks, Biden.
And they are tripping. And so, you know, I've had to corral all of that. Also, I refused to work with a coworker. And so she may have been excommunicated from the company because I've refused to work with her anymore.
So
But I'm leaving that at the...
That's how we say fire.
Well, I don't have any power, so I'm
Excommunicated?
leaving that at the altar. But let's just say I don't correct adults. I just don't do that. So if you're misbehaving and you don't have a moral compass, I don't know what to tell you because I'm not about to help you unless I love you. And I love like 10 people. That's about it. But yeah,
select
it was a
few of
good
10.
holiday. July 4th, we celebrated my cousin June.
Wait. You celebrated your cousin June in July.
Yeah,
That's her
you
name.
got it exactly. Her name is June. Well, that's not what people know her by, but that's what I grew up knowing her by. And so, yeah, her birthday was over the holidays, so we did Charlotte, and then just had a cookout Sunday evening.
Cool.
And did a couple of shot, which is always my thing.
Shot,
Okay,
shot,
sorry, the arm went up.
Everybody.
Shot.
Yeah.
And, you know, that can come up anytime, Monday through
This
Sunday.
is that podcast now.
I'm just saying.
This is that podcast now. Yeah.
Oh, speaking. Look,
This is
first
that
of all,
podcast now.
later on today, I did also see the trailer for The Woman King with Viola
We're
Davis.
going to get to that when we talk about
Okay, well, that was part of my weekend. The end.
Low.
What up?
What's happening, homie?
What's happening?
Yeah. How was your date?
That's
I'm
right.
sorry. You still
Get
leaving
back
stuff
to
at the
that.
altar.
Get
My
back
bad.
to that.
Leave it at the altar.
So at the altar, I would just like to leave, and in all honesty, like, and I'm not even BSing. Like, I just want to leave church members at the altar. I just really get tired, and I know I probably speak on it, but I really get tired of you guys kind of like voicing your unopinionated opinion. Like, I mean, I get everybody has their
Unsolicited.
yeah. There you go. Like, I know everybody has their opinion and stuff, but like, you people bring up shit from when you see somebody like 20 years ago or whenever they lifestyle or whatever and want to throw it in their face regardless of how it is. Let me tell you something right now. I stand firm in my truth that I love women and men. And you can't judge me for that. You have no heaven or hell to put me in. You can't talk about me. I mean, of course you talk about me because you do, but you can't tell me that because of that lifestyle that I'm not anointed or that I can't worship God or that he doesn't work inside of me or that I shouldn't sing because I'm confused. No.
She's not confused. There's no confusion. Promise you.
I can sing just fine because God gave me this gift and I'm going to use it. You have no control over me. As
Hold on.
Anybody,
I have a question.
like,
Oh, God. What?
The judgment is real, though.
What old lady told you can't sing because you was confused?
There's a lot of people that are like, because our music department is going through a transition. Trying to find a musician right now.
It should probably be you, but proceed.
I don't know. And so this lady was like, well, it's probably going through this trial and turmoil because you got that gay girl up there. First and foremost, I'm not gay. I'm not. If you want, I don't really go by a term. I love who I love.
That's right.
And that's just period. Who loves me and who treats me and who respects me is who I love.
You trisexual.
There you go.
Not try. That means whether it's a woman or a man.
Yeah, you try anybody.
No, I don't try anything. Nope.
I say anybody. Didn't say anything.
I don't try anybody.
Didn't say anything.
She still has a standard.
I still have a standard, and I still have morals. I just am not stricken upon I have to date a man or I have to date a woman. Like, I'm just not. And you can't tell me that I am not somebody. You can't tell me that I don't have a gift. You can't tell me I don't operate and I don't do things because of how I choose to live my life.
That's
I mean,
right.
it's some of y'all that sit here are married to a dude and y'all sleep in separate bedrooms. How that work?
Hey,
How
man,
does it work?
This
Let's
is not
talk
the
about
outcast.
that.
This is a podcast, not the outcast.
I'm
Don't
just-
be outing people's husbands and stuff.
I
on
just
radio.
don't
Well, I've
understand.
always commended my sister for being able to live her life courageously in the way that she sees fit.
Yeah, low live her
And
life
it's
like golden
live
corral
and
buffet.
let live. And the problem is with the church, and I'm going to co-sign for her, is the judgment, because you really don't want us lifting the veil on you guys. I promise you don't, because there is a veil. And probably one of the reasons you're so targeted to other people is because you can't live your truth. And I urge you to do so, because you're in bondage. And we're not.
Be free.
And, you know, it does feel a way when you're in bondage. I know. It's not comfortable. But I promise you, we comfortable over here.
Okay. Facts. Facts.
We are
And
very
if you see
comfortable.
me out and you feel a way don't want to speak to me, that's fine. But don't take a picture of me and send it to sister such and so either.
See?
Well, they taking pictures of you and passing it around in a group text.
See, Azure's a confrontational person.
I haven't
And I'm
confronted
just-
them
I
because
thought
I
your name
haven't
was
been to
Phoenix.
church.
Yeah, see.
Phoenix.
Oh, that's, Lord have mercy. Then talked about myself in the third person. Exactly. Phoenix.
It wasn't
Oh,
even
my
me.
God.
Yeah.
Apologies. I do
The
that.
camera mean. The camera's it's a different
That's
monster.
me. He's going to
It's a
record
different monster.
everything.
It's a
Yes.
different
It's
monster.
ugly.
It's a different
I'm
monster.
sorry.
Oh wow. So church people leave him at the altar.
See, now you want to know about my date.
No, because I still have to leave something at the altar.
I thought you left Wilmington at the altar.
No, because we was talking about the weekend.
Gotcha.
Because remember you corrected me. You was like, don't
I
ask me
did.
about my date. You told we supposed to leave it at the altar.
I did.
Yeah, you got some backup with you now. You know what I'm saying? Get off me.
I'm excited, y'all. Y'all know how excited I am.
I'm excited to be
I'm
here.
so excited because, like, I look over to my left, there's highway. But when
Yeah.
I look over to my right, I got my car. Mac, no offense. I love you too. I love for you to sit here, but y'all know how y'all be.
Well,
Ganging up. That's not nice.
You know, I may not be there in person, but I'm in there in spirit. You know.
I hear you, Mac. I hear you.
That's my dog, man. Hey, man, get back as soon as you can, partner. I'm going to leave indecision at the altar. Just trust your gut, man. Follow your instincts. If you live this long, then you've done something right. So just trust your gut. Follow your instincts.
Follow it.
Move accordingly.
I'm a co-sign on that.
Yeah.
A lot of times we don't trust our gut. And then you end up making that wrong turn in Albuquerque. Trust the gut, man.
All the time.
Co-signing.
Lo, how was your date? You had mentioned FR wanted to take you out, and you know what I'm saying, you and FR went out, I'm guessing.
We did.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to FR, Frank Rodriguez.
Oh, is that his name?
Nah,
Rodriguez.
I just be throwing names out there.
I like very long names. You know how I am
Frank
about vocabulary.
Yeah, Frank
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez. You don't call you Frank
That's a
Rodriguez.
long ass
Mr.
last name.
Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was very good. It was a good time. It was a good vibe. It was good energy.
What made it so good, Lo?
I mean, it was just really a time to like honestly, you know how when people sometimes date, like they try to put on facade and they try to put on like their best foot forward and be this person like they're on an interview or whatever, you know.
Because
try
that's
to-
what it is.
Representative.
That's what
But
it is.
it felt like
Shout out to who that? Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock who said that.
The representative.
Yeah.
but it didn't feel like any of that. It felt like because I know this person. It just felt like two homies kicking it, like you know what I mean, like just chopping it up, getting to know each other,
That's
hanging
comfortable.
out. It was very comfortable. And what made me like, because honestly, y'all know I sit here and talk about like I still hung up on somebody. And I say that every week. And I didn't even think about this person. Like the whole time I was like, typically if somebody is trying to engage my attention or if I try to set up a date, I automatically think of this person or I compare this person to what they're doing or what happened. Like I didn't do any of this with this person. Like I didn't even think about the person. Like, and it was like, I don't know. It was a really good time. It was like, oh my gosh, like open your eyes, girl. Like get off this whatever you holding on to and like just know that somebody like really want to fuck with you and ain't really scared to take that step. So like do it if that's what you want to do. And it was just a really good time. Like it was a really good vibe. He's gonna ask crazy questions.
I love that. I love it was such a good vibe.
Did he come pick you up or y'all met at the spot?
I actually let him come pick me up.
From your crib?
Oh, snap.
I did.
All right.
I know, right? I figured as much. I mean, like I said, this is not a new person. So I know them, and it had been a while, and they had already traveled away, so it was good. It was a good time.
Travel the ways.
Yeah, that's a little bit of transparency to let them come pick you up. Because
It
you know
was,
me,
right? 'Cause
Azra's
I don't
gonna...
let anybody come to my house. Like, if you come... Come on, Phoenix, get it together.
Benu.
Stop
Benu.
talking.
But
Miss
I don't let
Benu.
people
I'll just stop talking.
come to my house, and so to let you into my personal space,
Come
my
share
intimate place,
my
you know what I mean?
world.
Like that's a big thing. So yeah, it was a good time.
Hey man, congratulations though, homie.
Thank you.
Congrats, man.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself because you enjoy it. You
What y'all
deserve
do?
it.
Top golf, shoot pool, look at houses. What y'all do? Take them to the lake.
We did go by the lake.
Oh shit! Hey, congrats.
What
my
lake?
But I stay right by the lake.
Name?
Carolina Marina.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know you
Welcome
were
to
that
Shop
close.
Talk NC. You learn something
Okay,
new
I
every
didn't know you that
episode.
close.
Like literally, for me to leave my house and to be on the water is 2 minutes.
Stop it. Never
So
knew
I'm there
that.
all the time, and we went by the lake, and then we chilled, and then we actually like hung out with some friends. We had a nice spade game, like we played.
All right, you know I don't pay slaves at all.
You know? So it was.
You say you don't play spades?
At all.
Man, no, she
Oh
doesn't.
man,
Everybody is grumpy stiltskins.
She
I
from
don't
the
have
South Side
time.
Greensboro. Don't
I
play
sure
spades.
don't, because everybody is an attitude.
Oh, yeah,
But I
that's spade.
digress.
That's spade.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
the win or
And
you
it,
lose.
it was fun
And
talking
Azure-
shit.
I mean,
like,
Benu
Phoenix.
is jolly.
Joe.
I am jolly. Lord have mercy. I'm going to have to do some dialogue before I come back, you guys.
we love you, Phoenix. It's okay.
Thank you.
It's
But
all
yeah,
right.
I'm not
It's
good at
all right.
spades at all.
It's
I
okay.
digress, though.
That's why she's never my partner.
Ever.
I can't.
But I will make all the drinks and make sure everyone's comfortable
what
and
she'll
laughing.
do.
Promise you.
Because she can't be my partner. Because I'd be like, oh no, like I don't want our friendship to fall out over a space game.
My husband doesn't
Like,
play with me either. He plays with my aunt, so I'm excommunicated
You
from
know,
all spades games. I'm
it's-
okay with that.
She knows her lane, so but
Come for me on the Scrabble though. Come for me.
Yeah, we don't play that much.
Oh well, Azure plays it all the. God dang! I can look, y'all. I'm just gonna sit over here and watch C-Lowe. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not saying another
it's
word.
that tailspin. I told you. So can I add? Okay,
Tailspin,
so like
right.
y'all guys know we pregame or whatever before
Pre-production. It's not
Yes.
pre-game.
Oh, we
do
pre-production,
Just a
right?
smidge.
So we had a little bit of what's it called?
Yellowtail, Cabernet,
Yellowtail. So
Sauvignon.
typically I don't drink it. So right now, everybody know by now when I got my shades on. That means see all the lady.
We just pregame
Not
the
all the
smidgel.
time. But like that yellowtail got me want to lay here and do the tail. What's
Shake the tail feather. But also the Moscow Mule. Let's not forget the Moscow Mule craft beer that we had,
Yes,
which was
Highway
really
came through on
good.
that. Come on, Highway.
I
Let's just
loved it.
step your love along.
I didn't
Look at
provide
you.
anybody with anything. Trust me.
sorry.
Everybody in here grown. Ain't get nobody nothing.
That's right. It was only the
Get nobody
yellowtail.
nothing. You didn't get nobody nothing. All right. Then moving right along. You had a great date. That's cool. Shout out to FR. Just so you know, sir, your business will be exposed here every Sunday, man. So don't fuck it up.
Just saying.
Don't fuck it up. But like, please hear him when he says, "Don't fuck it up."
Yeah.
Just don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Speaking of fucking it up.
Don't listen to us.
So Brittany Griner
Oh yeah.
had a trial this past week.
Well, shit.
And again, for those of you who don't know, Brittany Griner.
If y'all don't know who Brittany Griner is by now, I don't know
Like
where the
you're
hell
under
you're
a
living.
rock.
Oh,
Right.
first of all, no, you're not
You're
under a
in a-
rock.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you
We're
are.
Reach
not
out
gonna act
to
like she's the most
someone.
famous person in
She
the world.
isn't.
She ain't
Hold on,
famous,
wait,
but
wait,
she's
wait,
been on the
someone
news.
that
and
looks
it's
like us.
Hold on, wait.
She
We
just
not-
should be in the know a smidge.
We're not gonna do that. We're not
Okay.
gonna act like you supposed to know who Brittany Griner is. my G.
Okay.
By now, you should.
No,
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't blame you if it was like who. Tall, the WNBA player. She one of the ones that can dunk. So you might want to spend
As
some
my
money. to see her
homie
play.
B Mack say, the man looking girl.
Yeah, but I mean that's not exclusive to her. I
I
mean
don't
that's
like that coming either.
a lot of the players, a lot of them. But
Okay, well,
she got caught smuggling cannabis oil? Yeah, hash oil and a vape. So she's over there in Russia in the middle of a war, right? That we funded on the other side. So that's why they locked her up for real.
yeah.
That's what I think. But of course, Russia has its own laws about marijuana and stuff like that. So I can't just act like that's not a real thing too. She wrote a letter to the president saying she was terrified, don't know how long she's gonna be there. She feel like she might be there forever. Valid. Her coach was saying if she was LeBron James, she'd be home.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, me neither. Cause there's some other stuff going on right now. Like we funding a side in a war.
That's right.
So even if it was LeBron James, which I don't know why the hell LeBron James would be going to Russia to play basketball.
Yeah,
That
because
was
he
a
can
terrible
make a
analogy.
whole bunch of money here.
Yeah, it makes all his money here. Terrible analogy. But I get what she was saying. If she was if she was a male sports figure, I guess is what the coach was trying to say.
More affluent.
Well, I'll agree with her since y'all disagree. I will say if she was a type of LeBron James caliber, I were not. Because let's just take it for what it is. Brittany Griner is here with the money buckets of what LeBron James makes, or any male in the NBA. A Kevin Durant, a LeBron
Very true.
James, a Kyrie.
The NBA pays half their salary. We got it.
Yeah.
So anybody with that much pool, that amount of publicity, that amount of following, support, and has the capital to back it, would definitely not be in the situation Brittany Griner is in currently, because of all those things that plays things, because they would have gotten what they needed by either publicity or some money funding or something set up, some type of deal to work out something. Had they had a LeBron or a KD or a Steph Curry or something, they absolutely would still not be sitting over there in Russia, war or not. So she is very accurate to me in saying what she said.
Not at all.
Absolutely.
All they want is their arms dealer back. So if the U.S. government felt like Brittany Griner was worth trading the arms dealer for, then they would have made that deal.
Hence why, if that's all they wanted, you think they wouldn't have traded it for a LeBron James or Kevin Durant?
But those
or
are terrible
Steph
examples.
Curry?
Why would they be going to Russia to play basketball?
Yeah,
They
they don't
could've
have
been
to.
there-
They
they
don't
don't
have
have
to
to
go to
go
Russia
at
to
all.
play
Like,
basketball
that's
because
why
they're
it's a
paid a
terrible analogy.
full.
Exclude the basketball
full
from it.
plump
Just
salary
That's what
here.
they do. Like, what do you
No,
mean? We
but
can't
I'm-
exclude that. That's
that's-
why she was going
Listen to what I'm saying.
That's why
she
she's there.
went for
to play ball.
To work.
basketball, right?
Yeah, to
Let's
work.
just say LeBron and them are over there for
But
visiting.
you can't use them.
Yes, you can.
Why? Why would they be going to Russia to
People
make
want to
money?
use it as an analogy because it's two black people playing ball. That's what they want to do. But right now, because of
Yeah,
the
nah,
political
yeah, I can't-
climate, it's
NBA
not
versus
just.
WNBA.
Yeah,
It's
I think
no.
Brittany is a pawn.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
she's being
absolutely.
used as a pawn right now. I think we shouldn't be splitting hairs on black folks will do this, splitting hairs
We
on
always do it.
how much she earns versus a LeBron or a Steph or whatever. We all know. But the point is that not only that, but her sexuality has her in a very precarious state. And to me, it's a humanity problem. She is super, super uncomfortable by no, doings of her own other than bringing something in a country that maybe she shouldn't have. And I know a lot of people don't want to talk about this, but I've been really reading the comments online because I love going for the comments. That's where the meat is. And why did she take it?
I asked that.
I'm just saying. I went to Italy. I ain't take it. I went to Mexico. I ain't take it.
And you can't find weed in Russia?
That's my point. Well, my point. Amsterdam, you can find it. Mexico, all the peddlers at the Cabo was trying to get you to buy some. There's not a lack of necessity for drugs when you go abroad, if that's what you want. I guess my thing is just sometimes your choices, and I feel bad she made that choice. It makes me feel horrible she made that choice. And now she's a pawn because she made that choice. She made a different choice and decided not to bring it. You know what I mean? Edibles look like Skittles. I'm just saying.
I think you
Cookies,
got to do your
brownies.
research when you go into especially when you're going to do these very stricken countries. Like these are not your Cabos, your Dominican Republics, your Jamaica,
Or Italy.
your Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? Like these are not these type of countries. So like when you're traveling abroad, like overseas like that, you gotta be like, I tell people all the time, like, know the country laws or know what you can have and what you can't, and know what you can and do and what you can't. Because sometimes spitting on the sidewalk that you do here in America is okay.
Is a ticket.
But over there, it might be a ticket, a fine, or you might get your ass locked up. You just gotta know these different things. You can't. I think America has us so to the point where we can do whatever we want to do whenever we want to do it because we're America and ain't nobody gonna stop us. And if they try to stop us, we gonna do what we want to do anyways. That you try to take that mentality to somebody else's country and they be like, hold up, bitch.
And they will hurt your feelings. And she is exactly right on the hold up, bitch. Because point in case in one of those comments, they brought up this really good movie. And you know I love using movies as reference points.
I don't know movies.
Broke Down Palace. These
Never
two
heard of it.
chicks went to, I think it was Bali or one of the Indonesian islands and got caught over there because they got involved with a man who put drugs on their person. So when they went through customs to come back, there was a bunch of heroin on them. It's a true story. It's called Broke Down Palace. I've seen it about 4 times. And you don't take things into other countries if you haven't done a breadth of research, okay? If you're not ready to dive into whatever their customs are and think you're just going to go over there being super American, you will also get your ass handed to you. I think it's a double-edged sword of her feeling a little liberated versus you're not in a liberated state. That's just not where you are. And I hate it for her because it happened during a time where we're in political turmoil and she's having to really probably think in a hard, long way, why did I do that? Why did I bring it? Was it worth it? What is this? And not knowing that when she was coming back to the States, that it would be during a time when we were going to be, supporting a war with the billions of dollars we're supporting a war.
Oh no, she was going over there. She wasn't coming.
Oh, she wasn't coming back. My apologies. I thought she was going.
I
thought she was coming back.
Oh no, she went over
So
there.
yeah, they go through your bags and customs. They went through mine. Rifle
I get
all
stopped
through them.
every time I
Made
go
me
to another
mad.
country. Like I don't care if it doesn't matter who I'm traveling with. That person can go through just fine. But me, I'm getting stopped. I'm getting pulled over. I'm like, and at first I used to ask, is it because I work for the airlines? Like, is that why y'all doing it? But it don't matter where I go. Like they out. Like I promise you, I ain't doing nothing but traveling, seeing the world, living my best life before I die. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do.
Yeah, but we hope Brittany gets back. I hope she comes back safely. But I know that America being America, she's not the priority right now. And I think we have to resign ourselves and send her
Hell,
all
Joe
the
need to be our
positive.
priority right
Yeah.
now. Somebody get this mug. I can't.
Joe
believe-
said, Joe read his damn,
He's sleepy.
Joe read his
needs
speech
a
and
nap.
said, repeat line.
Yeah.
But wait,
He
but
need
wait,
a nap,
wait, wait, wait.
everybody. Everybody
Wait,
knows.
I'm pretty sure everybody saw that clip, right? And like, did y'all check homie to the left, like the dude in the back of him, right? His face, he was trying to. Now, what I will say, Kamala kept her shit together. Okay, she was like,
Well, we've been doing that
It's
forever.
not
We
hard.
always got to
Okay,
keep
we
our stuff
always
together.
keep our
do that
shit
when you
together.
don't care.
Face.
but
She don't
homie
care.
over here, he was like his face was like, I know the fuck he just didn't read.
Yes, he did. Repeat line.
Repeat line.
Mm-hmm.
End quote.
Just like I've been saying my government name all day.
I just don't.
Yeah.
Boy, let me tell you.
I mean, we knew that when we were voting for the lesser of two evils, because that's how I always look at it, that you were either getting somebody sleepy or somebody narcissistic. Overtly so.
Stacey Abrams made y'all
You know what
vote
I'm
for Joe.
saying? So, yeah. And y'all, just do your research on agendas.
Stacey Abrams
I mean,
did
we
this.
really didn't have really big of options. And I know people are going to be like, oh, Trump did so much more for my pockets and this and that in the economy, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but Trump did some old shady shit. Now, I will say that some of the shit
What'd
that
he
we're
do?
going through
What'd he
right
do?
now,
What'd he do?
like the gas and stuff, that's not from Joe himself, y'all.
Everything is a
Like,
trickle down
it's
from
a
the
trickle
previous
down
president.
From the previous
It
president.
is.
Joe is really trying to like switch it up. That is not the gas. Everybody blaming Joe. It ain't Joe's fault. That's coming from Trump now. Okay.
I don't believe in blaming a person. Believe in blaming a system. So the whole political system, the whole democratic system, I don't trust, because you're a labeled party just like the Republicans are a labeled party. And so for me to subscribe to either thing that either one of y'all are doing would be really ignorant on my part. So my whole thing is I watch what's happening with the money. I watch rates. And I don't listen to mainstream news. And I hope that some of you are doing the same, because I know Democrats have run North Carolina for a very long time and siphoning all the money out of the North Carolina State Lottery for years. That's considered a conspiracy theory, but not when you start following the money. We started that lottery to fund the education system, and it has not happened ever.
Went to the education
And
at
I'm
all.
old, and Jim Hunt used to be
At
governor, and it
all.
has not. So on a bigger scale, when it comes to America and what Joe has done versus Trump versus Obama versus the two Bushes, the Reagans, the Nixons, it's all a system meant to make you think you got something that you ain't got, which is power.
Phoenix.
I'm just saying.
Phoenix, let me ask you something. In your particular line of work, how has it affected you?
Well, so, last year, a lot of people thought post-pandemic there weren't going to be a lot of housing sales. And, of course, it would just, sort of blew the more, I would say, populated areas, North Carolina, through the roof. So Raleigh, North Carolina got really just bombarded with Apple coming in and the home prices being inflated. With that inflation, though, people can't afford other things. So that inflation went through 2021 of being able to bid on a home above list, being able to get a home that wasn't worth the equity you were putting in the home. That's what I saw last year. And you can feel the telltale signs of that from last year, that what you put in your home is not going to grow at the moment because everything is overpriced, because we're funding a war. And if you don't see the direct trickle to that our prices have increased because we have promised billions of dollars to the Ukraine, I really don't know what to tell you. Now, this year, since the Fed has leveled off the rates, and I think it went up about 0.75 points in the last month. At the beginning of the year, we were at 3%. Me and my husband refinanced during that time, by the way. And if you pay attention to the rates, you would do that and be paying less in rent than you are now if you did that. But we refinanced, and now rates are at 6%. I actually just looked them up yesterday on the 30-year fixed.
Sister Lowe?
On the 30-year. But I like the amen kind of.
Right, like,
but I mean, it's
real.
6% right now on the 30, and I think it's about 4.4% on 15. And then if you're doing a 10% with a 6-year arm, it's about or 6% on the 15, 4% on the arm. So it's been trickling up, and they're doing that to level it off. But we knew last year, and we knew when we were coming off of this Trump thing, that we were going to be dealing with Russia. And I really don't think that people understood the capacity under which we were dealing with them. And everything else has been devalued except for real estate. If anybody will tell you, if you want anything to grow, put it in real estate, put it in a RIT, put it in a bond that deals with real estate. But that's the only thing that we're not being impacted by right now, because we actually make the houses. We actually have the houses here in the States versus everything else we import. So I always thought we were going towards a recession. I was never, and you do go to a recession when you're in a war. The history books will write this as us being participants in the war. We may not be, tangible over there with actual troops other than the United Nations, but we are participants by funding and providing arms to the war. So that always happens if you look at trends, which finance is based on trends. Whenever we get into a war, we go into a recession, which is why we will try to, you look at World War II, we started creating our own things, our air bombers, our bombs, manufacturing things for ourselves. That's the only thing that got out of the recession. But, the United States is such a consumer. So, it'll take somebody wanting to build something, not overseas for cheap labor, for us to, I believe, go back to being the world power that we were, if you believe in that. But, I feel like I'm sort of like maybe a captive here. I don't believe in the capitalistic system fundamentally. I believe in harmony, and harmony don't make no fucking money. Harmony don't make no fucking money.
See, I know what y'all thinking right now. Y'all like, now I connecting the dots to where Courtney comes on here all the time and says, I don't like fucking corporate America. I'm ready to get out of corporate America, and I got my own plan. Mm-hmm. Now you see why I connect the dots, okay?
Like attracts like.
Phoenix.
Yes.
Did you, so you saw everything that was coming pretty much before it even happened. Did you and your husband sit down with your family and were like, okay, so look, we got to tighten this up, tighten that up, start doing this, that, and the third? Like, what was your plan when you realized we were about to go into a recession?
Well, yeah, we always have a plan, which is to build up our savings and to try to do something different with our money other than allowing it to sit. I think what we did last year was build up savings like other people, and try to have as much liquidity as you can have. And by liquidity, I mean cash. I think a lot of people misunderstood last year with the loans being as abundant as they were, that you could bid on any house you wanted to and get it. But cash really was king. And my husband and I were very aware of that. We talked about it frequently. And a little bit of the difference between my husband and I is that I will just jump off the cliff and, hope that I can fly. He's more of the, we're going to look over the cliff and maybe we need to like get some,
go back down,
like some ropes and some grips. But I'm more of the, if you don't jump off, you won't know. So we've always been sort of in tune with the finance, because that was a weak point in our marriage as well. And so we were very much more in tune with what was going on with real estate, because that's what I was in, and that's what we saw all the time. But we also paid attention to the trends, and I think sometimes we misjudge what we're seeing, not as a trend, and to reset. So we reset, we refinanced, started putting more away, but we're not, I won't front like we're anywhere close to perfect. We still do frivolous spending. We still want to go on a vacation. I still want these daggum platform Converse that I just got yesterday that was delivered. Okay, so
she's going to a Chris Brown concert on Friday. If you guys want to,
yes, I'm going to see Chris Brown.
Thanks.
So I mean, we saw it and we prepped, but we're not extra special. I would say any family that is, actually trying to make it right now should be paying attention to finance more than anything. It is what I like to call your keystone in the building. It'll
And
lead
not
you.
just families, it goes for single people as well.
Yes, my apologies for single people. For
It's
single
cool,
people too.
Lo.
Look, for all of us. Look, and let me rephrase that
Phoenix
because my
Lowe ain't
sister is
single.
right.
She got FR. FR taking her out. She's not
Look,
single,
but she's
man.
right. It's not all
am
about
single.
even whatever you are. Pay attention to finance and trends. There is a trend for a reason. There's a reason why you have averages. There's a reason why there are futures because things are based off of the past. So I just urge people to, read up a little bit and don't be afraid to ask questions about finance, man. We got to stop being scared. And I know we were the money, so we scared of money, right? We were the money. We were leased out. We were sold. We were all of the things that had to do with capitalism, we were the funding for that, black people in this nation. So I know that there is a trauma relationship with finance. Get over it, because that is the keystone. And all these white folks, they know it. They know that we are
The shit.
yeah, the shit, but we're also a little weary about jumping into finance and being all in. Don't be weary, man.
I tell
Read
single
up.
people to listen to her too, because I know she's speaking from the point of being a married woman, and she's saying her and her husband, right? And then so sometimes when people hear that, they like, well, I don't have a husband and I'm not married, so I tune out. But I don't have a husband and I'm single. We all know this, right?
And we've been friends for over a decade, by the way.
I talk about it
13
all the
years,
time.
by the way. Okay.
So
Hey, FR, man, I want to apologize to you. I don't know how well you thought that date went, but she is still single, my G.
But this is like, I'm telling you, when I say she's in my circle for a reason, like when she drops knowledge, listen, it's not just for married people. Like, you take it for the aspect of it and you put it into your single life and you go from that aspect of it.
Everything is applicable.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like,
And I was single for a long time before I was married. I ain't get married until I was 27. Okay.
way past
I ain't
that.
even
Giving
have
Lo-
my
she
baby
giving Lo so
until
much
I
hope
was
right
30. So what I'm saying though
Giving Lo
is,
so much hope.
as any human,
The
let's put it
enable
like
tag.
this, as any brown human, that is still existing in this realm that is the United States, get up on the finance, because that's what they base everything on. Everything is capitalism, consumption, and being able to build up off of it. If this is where you want to stay. Now, if you don't want to stay in the States, we can talk about that too.
absolutely.
And how you can create harmony somewhere else. But if you're trying to thrive here, then you need to be paying attention to trends in finance, and it's just in your best interest. The other stuff is the bird in the hand. They want you paying attention to CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, CSNBC, all the other, we are owned by the same company networks, so that you won't pay attention to what's going on with the money. And the money is where all of the answers are, wherever the money leads.
Phoenix, if you were talking to, let's say, a group of how young, maybe 18 to 20-year-olds right now, how would you advise them about their finances in this particular time?
In this particular time, I would urge you to have an idea and get it funded, and be very entrepreneurial in your mindset. You can create anything from your ideas, and a lot of people think that it takes a lot of money for you to create an idea. It just takes guts. A lot of people don't have a lot of money when they start their ideas, but they might have someone who buys into it, or who thinks, dang, she got a lot of guts to do it. If you have the guts and the consistency to chase what you want, do what you got to do right now, or do what you have to do, which is what I tell the boys, so you can do what you want to do. So that means making sacrifices early. I believe the Creator made us so that we could be really resilient while we were young. And then, later on, you're supposed to sort of rest and lay up. At least that's what I was taught by my grandparents and my parents. But a lot of people think that you're going to have the same amount of energy when you get in your 50s and 60s. And by that time, you're really wanting to rely on some wisdom, not necessarily the muscle. So I would tell everybody to be as entrepreneurial as you can. I tell my kids that all the time. Get an education, but create your own idea and monetize that idea, because they're going to monetize you. They're going to monetize your culture. They're going to monetize what you like, what you're interested in. Why shouldn't you be in on that? So that's what I always tell them, and get very familiar with money and don't be scared of it. Dive in to money. It is a tool like a hammer. If we start thinking of money like bricks or wrenches, or just this little thing, this little stand, this tripod that the light is standing on, when you start thinking about it as a tool and not as the necessity, then you'll attract it. And a lot of this is mindset when we get into money. And people don't want to change their mindset. And if you think you ain't got nothing, what you think you going to attract?
Nothing.
Oh, yeah. No, we supposed to say that together. Nothing.
I mean, you're not. So I always tell people, don't come from lack either. I always think that you got enough to get enough. If I had known that when
Hold on. You got to let that breathe, though. You can't just... Say that again, but you got to say it slow. You know what I'm saying?
I always think that you got enough to get enough.
Stop right there.
Not a side.
Let that... Now go on marinate on that.
Yeah. I mean, I tell my kids all the time that you were created out of abundance. I'm really very deliberate about that. And I tell people that and they think I'm hokey, but it's really where I come from, because when you come from trauma, when you come from experiencing things from trying to be in survival mode, you don't think you already have it all. And start your day with gratitude. That's a big thing for me. What are you grateful for? If you journal what you're grateful for and you've had a bad day and refer back to that journal, I promise you're going to be like, dang, maybe I'm a little spoiled. Maybe I'm a little, not really reaching into myself. A lot of things we can provide for ourselves. But for my boys and for my household, I always promote entrepreneurship, coming from a place of abundance and not having that stinking thinking. You can do whatever the fuck you think you can do. Period.
Now she's been cooking by herself.
Well, she knows how to talk though. She knows how to talk, and
first
really
when I was ad-libbing, you had a problem, and then when I didn't say that, you didn't have a problem.
But Courtney's heard me say stuff like this forever. But it took me a while you got to surround yourself with it before you become it, and that's all about choices. But if you have an idea, monetize. Get on YouTube. Promote that idea the way Highway is via his podcast.
Don't be calling me
I'm just saying.
Don't call me that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. But that's what you do.
For sure,
you promote
for sure.
whatever you think is the most valuable part about you. And I think in this case, the most valuable part about you is being able to put out information in a way where people feel comfortable and feel relaxed, being able to deliver it. But with the boys and with anybody, I say start with something that makes you uncomfortable and dive onto the deep end. If you are skittish and always looking at the water to see if it's cold or chilly or if you got the right outfit on or whatever, or you can't go, things are going to pass you by. And you're going to see people who are not as smart as you
pass you by
because they just have the guts. Fuck that. You ain't going to pass me by because I ain't got no guts. I'm going to jump off too, damn it. I might break my ankle, but guess what? Then I'll be limping behind your ass. I'm just saying. And so I just think our mindset as a community has got to change. The capitalism is not, and consumption is not going to lead you towards abundance. I promise you it won't.
It's a white man's world.
It is. And they know that, and see, the indigenous way of thinking is from abundance. The indigenous way of thinking as brown people who come from the earth is that there is enough for everyone. This system is the one thinking you got to get a slice of the pie. I don't want a slice of no pie and they bake one of them.
You know where that came
Fuck
from?
that pie. I'm going to bake like 20 of them because I got an orchard in the back that'll keep giving me enough fruit to bake as many fucking pies as I want to bake. They got y'all thinking that you got to eat from their pie. I
Make
want you
your own
thinking that
pie.
you can make your own pie and the flour, mill the grain, make the daggum metal, all of it that comes. I mean, everything that comes with making
Do
whatever
it
you want out of seed,
yourself.
we have it. But that's a mindset thing, and black people like the trauma bond. That's something else we gotta attack.
Where'd your particular way of thinking come from?
Well, I will say, my parents always allowed me to be very open with what I thought, and they allowed me to articulate what I thought. I read a lot of fairy tales growing up, a lot of Aesop, a lot of Grimm. I never thought that this was the only realm we were in. I always thought that the way that everybody else was operating was not the way we were intended to operate. And so I just started reading alternative ways of thinking. My mom had me in counseling at a very, very early age because my mind, a lot of people had impulse or rage or anger as their enemy. My mind was my enemy because it would talk me out of doing what was best for me. And so I think I probably started it with my mom and being into self-help and improving the way that I interacted with my mindset and having control over that. And once I started having control over my mindset and not letting my mind control me, but letting my soul control me, then I started seeking other ways of peace and not other ways of having it. And I tell people in the business all the time that are agents with me, I say, I'm not money motivated. I said, that's probably the difference between you and I. I said, I'm service motivated. So I think once I started really seeing that I was different from other people and wanting to serve myself in the ideals that I wanted to live, I started reading books like that. By the time I was 20, I think I was following Malachi Z. York out of New York. I was a Nuwapian. I think I was Muslim for a little while, all because those tenets were so far away of Christianity and so far away from the slave narratives I have read about bondage and how Christianity was fed to us to keep us from that version of Christianity, I will say, to keep us from liberation. And I just wanted to be free to think a certain way. And I think that started with my mom. I always knew she was different. I always knew my grandmother was different, my matriarchal grandmother, and they were big readers. My grandmother was valedictorian of her high school class. My mom was the oldest girl of about 9 kids. And really, I also pay homage big time to... That's okay.
She just hit her head.
Oh, Lord.
On the microphone.
I also pay homage to the fact that my parents were farmers. They were agriculturalists. So there has to be vision. There has to be strategy. There has to be planning. There has to be an abundance of different adverbs for you to be able to pluck something out of the ground and either use it as a source of income or food. And both sides of my parents did that. And I think having that as their essence let me know that there was a different way of thinking. And so to answer your question, I think the way that I think comes from my mom and dad. I felt like they were always free thinkers. They always did things different from everybody. And I was always like the free person in the house. I'm like, why can't everybody come over here and hang out with us? And they'd be like, from 8 to 5, we go to work. And then from 9 to 11, we do this. And then very deliberate with their steps. But now I look how their life is now. They did that so that they could have this kind of life.
Structure.
Which people hate. And then I was attracted to structure because as I got older, I was like, wait a minute. I want to have enough energy to be able to live like that.
It's necessary.
What are they doing? But that came from their parents. I really put everything into the people that I come from. I'm a Molotov cocktail of the people that came from me that did a lot of work to make sure that I have the fucking choices.
Combustible, ain't you?
I'm just, hey, we all are. You need to get into this daggum physicist about dark matter and how dark matter is fucking combustible, which is why white folks are so attracted to us because of how light shines through dark matter. Okay? So, the whole thing about dark matter is a
I was
whole nother
coming back on
conversation. I pay homage to that, to Karen Hunter on Sirius XM Radio,
Shout out
who is
to
Karen Hunter, Sirius XM Radio, who I
shout too
listen
many
to
Karens out, but-
religiously. She is a professor at Hunter College. She has been running this show forever.
Her name is Karen Hunter at Hunter College?
Yeah.
That's what people?
No, the
no
college
relation,
is not no relation. But Karen Hunter, if you ever get and I'm shouting her out because she articulates the sentiment on a daily basis from 3 to 6. Okay, on Sirius XM on Urban View. And a lot of how I think and a lot of where I go is because there are a group of us, black folk, who don't believe that this is the only way to live. The way that they have told us that this is the way we're supposed to be
Slave
living. It's just
mentality.
not.
Over and over.
And I don't subscribe to it. And when you decide that you're not going to subscribe anymore to the National Enquirer,
Then you want to leave corporate America.
right? And I left it. And Courtney was a big, she saw that.
She still got one foot in, one foot
Well,
out.
but it was a struggle and she saw it though, because leaving it might not be for everybody depending on how your mindset is.
You gotta be able to handle it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I will say with my mom, she was very corporate, extremely so. I started working in an office when I was 12 years old at C. Bagagi, helping her file. But she also knew that this was a means to an end. This was a means for her to be able to provide for her family. This wasn't, I'm Carolyn because I work here. Because that was Monday through Friday. The rest of the time was being very, very close and very close knit to our family. It was just a means for her to be able to spend the time she wanted with us without worrying about some lights or some gas or some clothes. So I'd say I pay a lot of that to my parents. They were extremely different thinkers when I was growing up.
Well,
and
one time for the Phoenixes.
all right, one time for the Phoenix. Thank you for having me and letting me run my mouth too, Lord.
Oh, no, man. No.
Seriously,
cool, man.
Courtney,
Nah.
no. I was like, when she texted me, I was like, you want my big mouth on there? Okay, then.
Nah, man, you more than welcome to anytime you want to stop by the shop, man. It's no big deal. You follow sports at all?
Me. I do. My husband forces me to do so.
What team does he force you to watch?
Well, it's all of them. He is very much into any playoffs, all of the games up until the playoffs, the games that lead to the playoffs, and anything pre-game. So football and basketball, he is completely plugged in. He's a Chicago Bears fan. Super. And he is often down for the underdog. And if they don't win, he'll still watch just because he's a sports lover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was a big, when the playoffs were going, I was a big Golden State fan because I'm Steph Curry.
No,
and he really loved.
North Carolina.
And he
All right.
really loves the Celtics, even though I'm not a Celtic, because I remember the Bird.
Put your hands down.
And I didn't like that he was the representative for Boston, because Boston during that time was considered a very racist place for
We're not gonna
black
talk
people.
about
I'm just going to say it.
We're not going to talk about myself.
That's what's so funny.
So we're not gonna
That's
talk
why
about
Lowe
myself.
likes them so much.
Yeah, because Boston racist. They got a racist history. Ask New Edition.
We're not going to talk about my Boston Celtics at this time, at this moment. We're not going to talk about that history, okay? We're going to you know how people overlook shit and glaze over stuff? That's what
I'm
we're going
just
to do
saying.
about Boston.
But
right
they
now.
did play a good game. I mean, it was a good series.
Still not ready to talk about that.
Yeah,
Still in my
she
feelings.
posted every single night. I saw her.
They played up to their potential. You
They
know,
did.
it's cool.
And
It's
Courtney
cool.
posted about it every night, multiple times in the evenings. Okay. She is also a basketball coach.
Posted,
Don't
she
let her
would-
get
she
you
would text
twisted.
about it.
Every time I wouldn't even like it. I'd be like,
Tess
Lord,
got a
will she
little
get off the
quieter.
TV?
Tess got a little quieter though after game
They
5.
did.
Got a little
They did.
quieter
I was
after
like, where
game
Courtney?
5.
She ain't watching it no more.
I was watching it.
Yeah, she was watching. Them damn fingers
was
wasn't
watching
moving
it.
though.
I just didn't have nothing to say. I
But
was
yeah.
in my feelings.
Okay, so my Panthers don't know what they were thinking. We ended up getting Baker Mayfield. We went to the Cleveland Browns yard sale and got a quarterback.
I can't even speak because our quarterback is like at the yard sale too.
You want Baker Mayfield?
Now, if you want somebody to talk about sports and gonna talk you off a cliff, that isn't my husband. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because he could talk you in the hole about any trade, any new thing. As a matter of fact, in the mornings, It's Steph and I'm not Steph. It's
Stephen A.
Skip
Smith.
and
Skip
Shannon.
and Shannon.
Yep.
Religiously.
Lord have mercy.
And multiple times a day, because we all know that station shows them about 3 times in a day. So
They be having some interesting stuff. I follow
Yeah.
them. Like Phoenix will take. So I was reaching.
you get it though. I love you because my name is Phoenix.
Phoenix will tell you. They often have a problem coming to my house watching TV, or she would, because it's either going to be on a sports channel or HGTV. Just one or the two, nothing in between.
And all Azure wanted to watch was Martin and Living Single.
Who that?
Phoenix.
Who wanted to watch it?
I wanted to watch Martin or Living Single, not this one.
She ain't catch it.
No, ever. And not only didn't catch it, we really aren't changing it, Azure. Thanks for coming over here and don't leave.
She said it twice.
It wasn't like she'd accommodate me once I get
She
there.
don't even know
Okay.
she's doing it, do she?
What'd I do? Oh, I'm still
Phoenix. Yeah, it's okay. But
We need a sign, like a fan.
I wouldn't accommodate. I wouldn't. If the game is on and you're coming to my house, you're coming to watch the game.
That's right.
Straight up.
Straight like
That's just how that works.
like I'm
She
not
did not
changing.
give up.
Oh, let's just no. Absolutely
And
not.
that was
So,
before streaming television, by the way, you guys.
Well, since we talking about TV, what y'all been watching, man?
13 years, no Netflix before that. Oh, what am I watching?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
got about 2 hours left on the last episode of Stranger Things.
Haven't watched any of
I've never seen an episode of Stranger Things.
Oh, well, I'm a horror sci-fi fantastical.
She likes
TV
that
watcher.
zombie shit.
Yeah,
Walking Dead?
zombies.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I watch
that's
that
her.
religiously.
That's her all day. She's like,
Yeah.
"Did you watch it?"
Yeah.
No.
I'm
I
talking about to the
didn't.
point my kids were indoctrinated on The Walking Dead. They knew who everybody was. And they know that looting is acceptable during the apocalypse. I want to make sure that everybody understands that. It is. You can loot if zombies.
Looting is acceptable during a riot. So
Right.
I know damn well it's acceptable.
Well, if
during
it's
the
during the apocalypse, it's super. If you got some people wanting to munch on your brain chasing you, take what you can. But yeah, I was a Game of Thrones person.
Didn't see any of that either.
Yeah. Very anything super imaginative that's not, based on. Now my husband, he likes a lot of crime shows. So Sopranos, The Wire.
See, yeah, I rocks with your husband.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
can
yeah.
watch that. He's watching The Sopranos over again, as a matter of fact, right now. All over again from the beginning, like he ain't never seen
Just
it
to
in
be
his life.
disappointed at the ending.
Like he's never seen it.
I've never seen The Sopranos.
It's dope.
Oh, it's a good show,
it's
but this will be his 4th run since it went off.
Wow.
Thank you. I'm going to record this part and send it to him because wow is right.
Michonne, I would just like to note that I didn't have any part in that, and she gives it
Gets
to you.
on my
So
nerve.
just see that, okay?
Oh, my
Thanks.
goodness.
Lo, what you watching? Chicago?
Yeah,
or
what you watching?
I was trying to look it up. It's a thing on Netflix called "You Don't Know Me." It's a series. I don't even know how I came about watching it,
Oh,
but
really?
it is really good. It's like a black guy trying to defend himself in this like case, but like he decides to like defend himself because like the white lawyer doesn't do a good job, and like it's like amazing. I have watched it to the end right now, and I guess it's like a new episode or new whatever we're waiting for the verdict, and I'm all like, what is the verdict?
Make
gonna
sure you
be?
text me that show because I
will.
like
It
that kind of stuff.
It is like really, and I don't even know. Like typically, I don't even watch stuff like this. I don't even know how it came. Somebody had to send it to me, or maybe I watched it with. I don't know, but here we are, and I'm hooked on it. And
Is it got more than one season?
yeah, well, I think this is the 2nd season, if I want to remember right. And then there's this show on HBO Max. It's like Who You Know or Where Are You, I think. It keeps giving me like an episode at a time and then going on for like 2 months. Like,
Where are you?
I just want to know
'cause
what's
we ain't
happening
right
with
now.
these people.
What's it
Like,
about,
I'm getting
man?
invested. It's like this man's fiance like died, and he's like a what do you call the people?
Dead?
No, the people that builds. He's an architect,
Okay.
and so he built this like house. I guess that was intended for him and his ex-fiance to live in, but they didn't live there, or she died or whatever. So what he does now is he'll rent the house out. It's like this big mansion, but he rents it for like dirt cheap, in order for you to sign an agreement, that he gets to watch you and monitor you. How
he's
you
a voyeur.
live and how you do that.
Crazy.
But the only people, like, you have to interview to get in the house, and the only people he allows in are like people who looks similar to his ex-fiance.
And it's called, is it a movie or a
It's
series?
a series.
Make sure you send that to me.
And then like now, like the last people he let live in was a girl that looks like his fiance, but she had a boyfriend. But now all of a sudden the boyfriend is gone and she's still living there. And like he's like trying to make his move in, like, trying to date her kind of thing. It's like, it's interesting, but it's like weird. Like I'm really trying to figure this thing out.
And this is on Netflix?
No, that's two separate ones. The one of them's on Netflix. The other one's on HBO Max.
Oh, HBO Max. Okay.
So that's what I've been like
Send it to
keeping
me.
up with. Like, yeah, it's been like interesting.
That's eerie.
It is eerie.
I want to mention one that I finished watching yesterday. It's called The Girl in the Picture, and it's on Netflix. And it's about this girl who was kidnapped at the age of 2 by this man who was with her mother, but had a background. His name was Frank Floyd. He had a background of kidnapping, raping, assault, and he raised her like it was his daughter, and then essentially pimped her out from the time she was 18 until she was 22.
Damn.
And then he killed her.
Damn.
And then killed her son.
Damn.
But he had been on a spree of killing since he was 19. He had gone into the Girl in the Picture is the name of it. Yeah, it's called Girl in the Picture. A young mother's mysterious death and her son's subsequent kidnapping blow open a decades-long mystery about the woman's true identity. They had used so many aliases. He went to jail when he was 19 for kidnapping and killing a 4-year-old.
Good gracious, Frank, goddamn.
And yeah,
Right. Frank is out here.
Frank is crazy, and he was on death row.
Frank
in, I
Lucas.
wanna
This
say
Frank Lloyd out
Texas.
here. Like,
Well, Frank Lucas
Floyd.
was a
You said
business
Frank Floyd.
name. Frank Floyd. I think it was Frank, but he had a number of different aliases. If you go into Girl in the Picture, it is a 1 hour 41-minute movie, and I didn't intend on watching it until you saw the beginning about how all her friends thought she was just one of the loveliest people in high school. Like, she was smart. She was going to go to Georgia Tech. All of her high school friends adored her. And then she would go back home to her father, essentially, or this guy who called himself her father.
and all that
raping
shit. See,
her
you never
and
know
pimping her
what
out.
People are going.
Yeah.
That's how. Oh,
It was a good movie.
I did watch. Y'all know I have a little bit of Ratchet. The Pink.
A little bit.
I love P-Valley, first
Said
of
a little
all.
bit.
I love
A
it.
little bit.
Now, I haven't watched it since I've got 2 more episodes,
I'm
today's
telling you.
and last season.
These last
last
2
season.
episodes is
Don't
where
say
it's-
nothing. No spoilers.
I ain't gonna say nothing, but all I'm saying is I watched a new episode earlier today. Thank you to my Stars hookup. I appreciate your connection.
I have all the app
That
passwords
far,
as
is that how
well.
y'all ended up going out?
Nope, it's definitely not FR.
FR.
All my connections are through, my friend. Keep me on there, all right?
Oh,
Keep me
that's
on.
Cable Bay. All right. Yeah, Cable Bay. Okay. Cable Bay.
But P Valley,
Cable
like
Bay. Oh, shout out to Uncle Clifford, first of all, on P Valley, who I totally adore. I love you.
come on, Clifford.
Is that the
do.
dude with the wig and the mustache?
He's the one that runs P
Pussy
Valley.
Valley.
He's the one that keeps some girls employed with
Down in the
some
valley where the girls get naked.
Hey.
I'm sorry. Arm went up. It was about to go down because the arm went up.
That could be my experience. Remember that time I was over there?
I downloaded the song. It's on my Apple Music.
Yes.
Yes.
Man, yeah. Lowe was in a whole
Yes.
chair doing a triple thing. But all right,
P
cool,
Valley.
cool, cool.
Love P Valley. And the girl in the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No
so
doubt. I mean, I didn't watch anything as interesting as that. I watched American Gangster presents Trap Queens. I watched that on.
I was recording those at one time.
On Prime. I watched that on Prime. I was bored. When I did decide to look at TV, I decided to watch that. Man, it's interesting.
It is. It's interesting why they get in it.
Yeah.
Did you see the one that was the credit card scammer?
Yeah, I saw all of them. Yeah,
I saw that one last week.
one of the girls' family is from Kinston.
Oh snap!
K-Town in the house.
Kinston, shout out.
They moved ended up moving to Queens or whatever.
We used to go to the mall in Kinston. Okay, just wanted to say. It was a very small mall with a belt.
K-Town. Hey.
It had a belt back in the 80s.
Yo, bugging.
It was. My grandma loved that daggone mall because of that belt.
Wow in here. Hey, what y'all been listening to, man? What y'all been listening to this week?
I'm going to tell you what I've been on. That Chris Brown, I'm talking about the regular and the deluxe. Chris Breezy, baby. I'm sorry. I just want one night with you. Just one night. Just one night. I'm trying to tell you, I give you some material for a whole album.
I knew Chris was coming back with the thunder when he came back with Iffy, which was earlier this spring. And when Iffy came out, I knew he was coming. I've been listening to this last album, but I ain't gonna lie, Drake has been on the repeats, starting with Currents all the way through Keeper. Love it. I'm a house party fiend. House music all night long. House music all night long. House music all night long. I can listen to it all the time. But I'm going to see Chris on Friday, so I got to listen to his new album.
Mad I missed that really Chris show. Like, I don't know where I was at. I don't know why I didn't think about it. And the tickets now are like crazy. But like, if any one of my boos want to take me,
gift, please. Gift it to her so she can just come with me. That'd be great.
The disrespect is so real.
I am not taking. Nobody has officially claimed me, so therefore,
you pay for one Wagyu steak and you figure you know me.
See, I downloaded the original. Now I got to download.
He just came out with the deluxe Friday.
Okay.
It's 8 more songs.
Hard out here, partner.
I have been listening to Ty Tribbett. It's a gospel
Wait, what?
Ty Tribbett.
Oh, the gospel. Oh, yeah.
He came out with a new album and it is fire. I'm talking about fire. That has also been on my thing since Friday on repeat. So shout out to Ty.
Because of course, after you quit lusting over Chris, you gotta go listen to some gospel music.
Right. Cleans me out. You know what I'm saying? But I love, like, I've been an advocate fan of him, supporter for a while, even when they was trying to drag his name through the mud. It's been a while since he come out with a new album.
Talking about Chris Brown or Ty Tribbett?
Ty Tribbett.
What they try to drag his name through the mud for? What did he do? He beat a girl up?
No, he had some altercations about him cheating on his wife and having like a sexual addiction. And he came out and was on his stuff about, having a sexual problem. And then everybody was like, oh, hell, y'all church folks. That's what y'all was. Y'all was church folking. That's what y'all was doing to Ty. That's what y'all was doing. Like,
your
you know
lives
what I mean? Like trying to judge that man, do all let that man live. And that man came out with a fire album. I mean, I'm talking about, I put it on sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, most got any kind of music, honestly. Sometimes you just have to skip through the tracks, like the whole album. Not this one. I put it on.
No skips.
And it's going just like Chris Breezy till the wheels fall off, baby.
I'll be on Chris Breezy the rest of the week.
I'm still hating about this concert. I mean, the show airs Monday. You happen to Friday. If you would like to take me to this concert.
I have bought a whole new outfit. I won't even be in the triad during that time.
I got a concert. I can make an outfit together, I just don't want to, what I really get tired of people saying though, like, I made a post about it, when like females are in a good place and maybe financially stable and stuff, guys don't want to do shit for them, or nobody don't want to do something. They be like, you can do it yourself, or you could buy this yourself. What you need me for? Maybe I don't want to do it.
And it's not about needing.
Right.
What is the need?
It's not a need.
What
it's
about you wanting to do it for me?
Why you can't do it for me? Why can't you? Why can't you want to put a smile on my face or make me happy about something without me having to fund it or do it. Like, I want to get treated just because I'm stable and I got my shit together because I sacrifice does not mean I don't want to be treated.
I contribute that to their mothers. You know, I'm telling you, because I'm raising 2 boys, and you got to let the boys know, look, I would like for you to do something nice for me. And if you don't do something nice for me, because I'm your mom and been doing nice things for you for years, it's going to make me feel a kind of way because I'm a human being. I think a lot of times young men disassociate their mothers as human beings and then disassociate women as actual human beings that actually want you to have some incentive and do something without me having to ask you. Do something because you've observed that that's something that I enjoy on my own.
Right.
Not because you're doing or I need it. I mean, shit, I'm providing everything
face.
I damn need.
Okay, I holds that shit down.
I promise you. We ain't money motivated.
What if they just
Acts of service.
What if they just feel like, no, that ain't necessary?
Then if I tell you it's necessary, I need you to
make it necessary.
Yeah.
I mean, they might hear you, but then they're like, well,
then if I keep telling you what's necessary and you keep thinking it's not, and I'm telling you based on my experience as a human.
F-R-E-E.
Boom, boom. Hey.
Because
if I keep expressing to you what my needs are and you're not reciprocating, I don't know. If I'm expressing, I need you to receive or subscribe to something.
I'm hanging out with all my
Subscribe
wretched
is my
ass
word.
friends.
Wish you would have got that there 2 for $20 appetizer now, don't you? FR. You spent all that money and she done came on here talking about she fuck nigga free. You done told all your people about it. No. Well, I've been listening to Currency, Spring Clean too. Very dope album. Also Slim Thug, Big Slim, that album. I even listened to Diary of a Flow Queen, I believe the name of it is, by Erica Banks. Every now and then I go listen to female artists just so I can get a gauge of who they are, right?
I've heard of her.
A young lady out of Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this was the right album to listen to if I was trying to get an idea of who she was.
Why?
This was pretty much just like outside or club music.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
Yeah. Without trying to sound disparaging or nothing. It was pretty much because in the very beginning of it, she talks about she went to school, she grew up in the suburbs, she had both a mom and dad. I'm like, okay, cool. Then the rest of the album ain't got shit to do with none of that shit.
So I'm gonna start y'all off
right,
exactly.
And
then I'ma just leave it.
So
get you to buy in.
I respect that. that. But then I guess she did that to say, look, this me as a person, cool. Now these next however many tracks, this ain't got shit to do with my mom and daddy or me going to school.
I'm just about to give you some.
Hey, sometimes everything that I listen to isn't always exceptional. Sometimes it's trash on purpose. It's called escapism.
Oh, not
we can't always be on.
These are great songs for club, TikTok, pool parties, things of that nature. You know what I mean? I just wanted to listen to see what exactly she was about because I've heard her before. Because she had pretty much the same type of flow. It's like every time she rap, I can envision her in the booth doing this to the microphone every time she rap. Like every word she's saying, she meaning this shit. I'm like, all right, cool. But yeah, Diary of a Flow Queen by Erica Banks. You know what I mean? Not bad at all. Well, Lo, you know what time it is.
Beauty of the week.
Hey.
Beauty of the week.
Bow.
Beauty of the week. Beauty of the week.
Woo!
Yeah, beauty of
Arm
the week.
going up.
Beauty of the week.
Hey.
Y'all saw that little hip twerk action. That's because my trainer got my little hump in the back coming through.
I know that's right. I took a break.
Shout out to Pull Up and Train. Still with Pull Up and Train, right?
Pull up and train, my dude.
Pull up.
What's his area? Does he come to Burlington?
Pull up and train.
Pull up and train. He'll come anywhere that you need him to come to because he's a mobile trainer fitness guru.
I might need his info. Yeah.
Shout out to Sport.
Pull up and train for real.
Yeah.
Because my trainer is every time I make friends with people, they always want to get more intimate than I want them to be. So I just need someone who's going to train me. I don't want to talk.
Rephrase.
About
rephrase.
nothing.
Rephrase. Please rephrase.
Well, I mean,
Please,
my only trainer has been a woman. When I say
rephrase.
intimate, I mean that I'm a very personable person.
No, the way the sentence went.
What'd I say?
Just tell you what you just said.
What did I say?
I missed it too.
Every time I make friends with somebody, they want to get a little more intimate. So I just need somebody to pull up and train me. No, you don't want nobody to train you. You need
Yes, you are right. When I meet people,
Backspace, LOL,
they are very personable with me because I'm an amicable personality. However, in this capacity of my life, I don't need anyone as a friend.
No new friends.
I just need a trainer, and I don't want to talk about jack crap when I leave, other than these
how many
muscles
counts I got,
or how many squats, or if I'm gonna be able to walk in the morning. That's
There
about
we
it.
There we go. There we go.
Okay, thank you for letting me
Hey,
rephrase
no
that.
problem.
58,
'Cause I know how this is gonna look.
Yeah,
when
because
I-
it's always the one-liners.
No problem at all. Yeah, that's what get you every time.
Every.
This week's Shop Talk NC Beauty of the Week is none other than Jamaican reggae artist. You've probably seen her all around Instagram. If not,
it make me want to whine.
what you waiting on? You know what I mean? Shensia.
Sincere. Oh, you saw my wine?
That's all it. And the wine.
Oh.
Alpha is the name of the latest album she has out, with singles such as I don't know, but the album is out.
Oh Lord, can we at least pull it up so we know and give her the propers?
No, I've listened to it.
Oh,
But
okay.
I don't know the names of the
All
singles.
right then. What's the name of the album again?
Alpha. The name of the
Alpha.
album is Alpha.
Lord. Let's see what singles on Alpha so we can get her.
He said such as, I don't know.
And what's her last name? Alpha what?
No. The name of the album is Alpha. Her name is Shensia. SHEN.
Sincere. Who is that? The same one? That
The one
the
I
man
showed you?
be rapping about?
Yeah, the
When he be
single is Alpha.
Sincere. Who's got the beat to the
No.
beat?
First of all, he said similar.
No, here she goes. Yeah, here she goes. And one of the singles are Can't Anymore.
There you go. Can't anymore. That's the one you might have heard on the radio.
Yeah.
Can't
What that
anymore.
mean?
Can't Anymore.
I just can't.
I'll play
And
it
I
for you.
like her
Yeah,
cover.
Yeah,
I like her cover. Look at that.
I like her.
She's
I like
cute
her.
as a button.
No, she better than
And I
cute.
love
You gotta
sparkles.
see. You gotta see more pictures.
Come
You
on,
gotta
Okay,
see
no.
the album cover. You gotta
I'm
see more
older.
pictures
She's
than that.
cute. Okay.
Yes, sir. She's more than cute.
Just sorry.
She's more than cute now.
All right.
Shensia, Shop Talk NC.
Shop Top Beauty of the Week.
Beauty.
Woo.
Shout out Shensia. I love the way you spell that too. Shensia.
Love the way you look.
Oh Lord.
Well, yeah, that's how you make Beauty of the Week. I'm shallow.
Okay. Well,
I'm
I thought it
shallow
was
as
the
they come.
beauty of the artistry of the album.
No,
Now,
he
obviously,
No.
about
we're
the way
just talking
you
about the
look.
visuals.
Yeah,
That's what
absolutely.
he does.
Okay then.
Yeah.
All right, like Jet.
How you doing? My
Jet
name.
Beauty of the Week.
My name's
That's what he
58
did.
South, and I'm shallow.
Okay.
All right.
Well, claim it. I'm just kidding.
You ain't never seen an ugly Jet Beauty of the Week. I'm
Oh,
just saying.
you sure have
All
not.
right.
That's very
All right.
true.
We got. I follow a standard.
Just saying.
Upcoming predictions for the week.
Predictions.
I just want to make it through, you know.
Good God, you got somebody on your head? You owe somebody some money?
I don't never do it.
Got a loan shark out here?
I just got like an upcoming, you know.
Date? You got another date?
I ventured
I got a
out
second date?
eventually.
Damn, F off.
No, we
Eventually.
do. I can't say too much because then people will know, you know. So, but we do have another one planned.
Hope y'all going to paintball, F off, so you can release some of this stress.
If y'all do decide to go to paintball, I love that kind of stuff.
I have a lot of stuff coming up, and like I'm tapped into the fashion, or the fashion fashion show world. Meaning Sendai Sensation is doing the models and doing the vending at the fashion shows.
Congrats.
I have really been like to my head of like almost like I'm tired of seeing nails, but like it's a big stuff for Sendai Sensation. So I'm trying to be obedient and humble, and I asked to eat, so here we are.
Wonderful.
So the prediction is
Just to
More
stay
on the
focused,
plate.
you know, like be alert. And then I predict that more people will go to our social media page.
Oh, yeah,
Shop
yeah,
Talk
yeah.
NC Podcast.
They'll be going
It's
live next week, you
official.
guys.
absolutely
We have
Check
an
it out.
IG page.
a new one. We have a new one.
we have a new one because
The old one, I forgot the password to it. So
Oh, Lord.
I couldn't get into the email. Gmail told me, yeah, we ain't got enough information to let you in.
Oh,
to
no.
Let you in to retrieve that for you. So, yeah, partner, do
So
something
we
else.
was tagging and we couldn't really get into Shop Talk, the old one. So we do have a new one. It's Shop Talk NC Podcast is our name. You will see
Bow.
all 3 of our pictures on the
I'm going to start
page.
putting it in the description.
Please go as we ask you to like, share, and subscribe
Comment.
on YouTube. Comment. Go find our page on
YouTube,
IG
Stitcher,
and follow us.
Spotify,
You know,
Google Podcasts.
we're not on Facebook yet because I don't know.
Yeah, we'll
get there.
eventually.
We'll get there.
We'll get there, man.
But definitely, please
They'll
go
get
to
there.
IG.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my prediction. I don't have anything else.
Phoenix.
Yes, my prediction for this week is that I'll be jumping feet first into whatever problems await me. It seems that I just need to expect the problems. And my prediction is also not to chase pleasure, but to chase peace.
Good God Almighty.
I used to, pleasure is not happiness, everybody. I just wanted to say that today. It's something that has been hitting me upside the head all the month of July.
I'm trying to tell
And I just want to be in a peaceful place, regardless of the obstacles. So that's what I'm predicting for the week, is that I'll say in a peaceful state, regardless of the obstacles I face, and understand that pleasure is not happiness. That's it. Mm-hmm. And then I want to thank both of these wonderful people for having me. It is Sunday, and I think it's like close to 6. If anybody knows me personally, I am nowhere to be found during these times. I'm
Can't say that anymore.
incognito.
You're right here in the shop.
At the
Shop
shop.
Talk NC.
And so if it wasn't for C-Lowe asking me to be here and 58, I don't know. I'm humbled, and I'm very appreciative and very grateful to be here and share my thoughts with like minds. I don't take it lightly, and thank you very much for having me as a guest. I'm sincere about that, and I hope that I get to meet. Is it B Mack? B Mack, because I'm a big comedian fan. I listen to Channel 96, which is a new Laugh Out Loud radio on Sirius XM that Kevin Hart's doing. Shout out to Kevin Hart, because I think you're funny.
Shout out to Sirius XM. You better send something over.
Yeah, I'm saying that's the second time I've done it. But these are alternative spaces where we create community.
For sure.
Also, that is on a small scale that you wouldn't recognize. So, just shout out to that. If you want to laugh all day and listen to I'm talking about, they had the old school Chris Rock on there called, you know which one, Nigga versus Being Black. That was notorious, okay?
I've
and
never
it was
seen that.
hilarious. And they also have all the old school Martin before Run Tell That. I'm talking about the old school with the rayon.
You so crazy?
Yes, the rayon shirt Martin.
I'm
There you
caught up
go.
with my Martin. Thanks to my friend Hammy.
I watch Martin daily. I still DVR it, by the way.
That's what's up, man. My predictions for the upcoming week is that the price of Plan B is going to triple. Hey, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. It's been
Let's
your man,
talk about that
58
next
South.
week.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about Plan B next week.
It's your girl C-Lowe.
Oh, and Phoenix Banu, thank you for having me today. Look, I don't know my name, as y'all all could hear throughout this podcast.
Don't forget, man, like, share, subscribe, YouTube, Stitcher,
Spotify.
Google Podcasts. One word,
2 fingers.
3 times.
Peace.
Hey. Cut the check.
Good morning, me and James today matching in blue. James's whole outfit is just basics from H&M.
I don't think James know who the fuck you are. You need to return James to his family immediately. The fuck?